Hi everybody, I'm Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to show you today how to cover these lovely notebooks. Now, these notebooks are ones that I send to any of my new team members. So if you come and join my team, the Stampettes, along with a couple of other little goodies, but you will receive one of these notebooks, which are perfect for writing down little notes or inspiration or your measurements for things when you are doing your videos, or even just for a list of things that you want out of the catalogue. But these are two that I've covered. I've got a whole lot more, and I'm just going to show you how I cover them. I know there's a fair few tutorials out there, but I suppose we all do them differently, so I'm going to show you how to do mine. So we have just a basic A5 notebook, which I'm going to use initially some garden green cardstock. Now this is A4 sized cardstock. I actually do use the whole length of it. I just need to trim some off the side, which I'm going to do. So get my paper trimmer out, and luckily I don't need to get my extending arm out because the width that I want for this A5 notebook is 6¼ inches, which is the very last mark there. If you can see, actually, let me get it to work. There we go, that very last line there. So we're going to trim, not with the scoring tool, so we're going to trim that bit off. And then we do need our extending arm because we need to put in our score marks for the top of the notebook. So I have measured this already. When you do your notebook, you need to be mindful that you want a little lip at the end, so that when you open your notebook, you're actually lifting the lid and not, sorry, the top, and not constantly doing this with your paper, because as we all know, it'll make it curl, it'll get it mucky. So at least if we've got the lip, it's easy enough to do. So just need to leave a small lip, maybe 1 centimetre, a bit less of a lip. So to do the scoring, as I say, I've had a look at mine. When I first did them, I actually went like this, got my notebook level, made a very small mark with my nail and scored it that way, but obviously then I learnt and wrote the measurements down, so I didn't have to do all of that. So the first score that we need is 8 1/8, which, not treating anybody like they don't know measurements, but I always struggle. It's the second one along, if you like. The smallest one, the first one, is a 16th, the second one along is an 1/8. So we're going to score the first one at 8 inches and 1/8 of an inch, and then the second one we are doing 8 inches and 3/8. So again, we go across the longer of the two, so 1, 2, 3, which is just that one there, and we score again. And if you have a look, it actually works out to be the line in between the quarter and the half, if that's easy for you to remember. So we'll just put this away, and then obviously we need to just fold and burnish these lines just to reinforce them, and so your notebook cover will actually stay closed. If we don't burnish these score lines, you'll end up with a notebook with a top that sits at an angle. So okay, and before we do any more, we need to cut our DSP, because it's obviously a lot easier to stick it while it's on here. So again, back to our stamping trimmer, and we need our paper to measure 5 3/4 inch wide. Now be mindful if you do have a pattern that obviously you need to make sure it's going the correct way. This one doesn't matter, which is good. And the next measurement is going to be 7½ inches. Isn't this paper just beautiful? I have gone mad for this one. This DSP is the Succulent Garden, which actually goes with the Oh So Succulent bundle and ribbon, and I'm in love with it. I cannot stop using it. Obviously it's double-sided, as all of our DSP is, unless it's a speciality one. And the great thing about this is the actual bundle, which incorporates the stamp and the framelets, is £44 or €58.50, which means you only need to spend £1 more to get a free celebration item. How good is that? So you only need to get the ribbon, or if you want the DSP, or even just some adhesive or a pack of card, you get a free item. I love free items, it's just amazing. Okay, so fast fuse, just because it's a bit more hard wearing, with it being a notebook and probably being put in handbags or backpacks or whatever. So just line that up, stick it on. Isn't it just so pretty? I just love the colours. Right, so for the little bit on the top, just for you, I'm actually using this You're So Sweet stamp set. I don't think this gets used enough, and I just think it's fabulous. There's some great big sentiments that are just perfect for putting on big notebooks or a big card. Again, I think this is great. So I'm using the Just For You. Because of the size of it, we need to use a block E, and I'm using Sweet Sugar Plum, which again is one of the coordinating colours within the ink, within the DSP, sorry. And I foolishly forgot to get some cardstock out, so there we go. Grab a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and we're just going to ink this up. Yeah, I made some really cute birthday cards with this succulent set. As I say, I'm just in love with it. It is so cute. And I think you could potentially get away with making some mail cards as well, because even though there's pink in there with the Sweet Sugar Plum, I think that you've got enough blues and greens to make it a mail card. So obviously it's great for both. Okay, so I actually cut mine out by hand, which, as I say, is relatively simple. If you're not confident using scissors, then the easiest thing I would suggest is to cut the long edges with your trimmer, because obviously you can get that nice and neat, nice straight line. Obviously I'm just using paper snips, and then I just round the corners. And then the same the other end. If you would like to get one of these notebooks and join the Stampettes and come and join my team, then just click on the link below, which will take you to my blog, and all the details for it are on there. My fast fuse has run out now, never mind. I had a feeling it would. Right, we're going on to the snail, so we'll just give it a bit of snailing and stick it on. In fact, I will need some fuse because I need to use it to stick the back onto the notebook. So bear with me just 1 second while I rummage around in my box and grab a fuse refill. Okay, here we have one. So, quick change of fuse, or should I say quick refill of fast fuse. Oh, actually it's not a refill, it's a fresh one, even better. Okay, so as we were, sticking this onto our notebooks. So when we do this, I turn mine upside down, and then make sure that you've got the sides equal, because obviously you've got a very small overlap as well there. And I don't know if you can see, I'll try and bring it here, and I apologise if I get my head in the camera while I'm looking. When I try and line it up, I leave a very, very small fraction of a gap here, just so that there's enough room for me to fold it over. And then, like I say, in with the fuse. Again, be mindful not to go all the way to the edges here, because they'll be overlapping the edges. So stay relatively central with it, and then just make sure you fold it up, and that just moved, and press it down. And there you have your covered notebook. Aren't they fantastic? perfect for sending out to my new team members. Like I said, if you want to join the Stampettes, by all means, click on the link below for my blog, and the details are at the top. If you click on the menu, it then says join my team, and if you go through all of that, then obviously you'll be able to join. It's such a good time to be joining the team right now. There is the most amazing deal during celebration where you spend £99 for the joining fee. You get £130 worth of products, and you also get 2 free stamp sets of your choice, and that is actually valued up to, I think it's around £94. So you're getting a massive deal. If it sounds interesting to you and you want to know any more information, by all means get in touch with me, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for joining.